Hey, who's the one person that keeps coming in real quick? Oh, we're gonna try this again. I was on live not that long ago and then I stopped it. All right, so we're gonna wait a few more minutes. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up as you enter the room. Just seeing what everybody's up to. Create account. Let me create an account. Let me see. Click open. Hey YouTube. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up as you enter the room. And for the algorithm, please say hey in the chat so I know who's on. Hey y'all. Just waiting for people to come on. I ain't gonna be long because this time I'm not gonna be long because really I need to go to bed. Whew. So I did do a previous title. It says what was it? 5 minutes to get to work and my first day of generation. Like I tell y'all yesterday or last night, today was my first day of the orientation with generation, and it was pretty good. We ended up finishing early because usually it's supposed to be ending at 7 o'clock, but it ended up ending at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I figure maybe because it's like orientation and you're just meeting people and talking about the program and things like that, and not officially doing like any work per se. So tomorrow, the second day, we're supposed to go over like the careers So we're gonna have people coming from the coaching and the careers and things like that. But pretty much, it was a big cohort, they call it, or class. It was like 60 people, and people from all over the country, different parts of the country. So that was pretty interesting. And like I said, it's 15 weeks, and pretty much that was it. Pretty interesting, I would say. And if anyone is interested, I would strongly suggest that if you're interested. Now they have different programs, so you know it's a nonprofit organization. They have training, free training, and it is very good. I could tell you that so far from what that was being discussed and everything else. So I did do brief assignments this evening with survey. I went to Lowe's, and if you saw my other video, that short video about the Halloween and the Christmas things up at Lowe's, I was like, what kind of they really had all the Christmas stuff out, and that's just, they still had more things to put up. But if you look at that brief video, I was like, good grief, really? They got Christmas and Halloween all out. And that was not just at Lowe's, it was also at Home Depot, not Home Depot, Sam's Club. But for Lowe's to have it all like that, that was pretty funny. So go back and look at that video. It's a very short video. I did it this evening when I was at the Lowe's. So, it was like 3 minutes, 3 minutes long, nothing long. But it was just so funny. And then it was so expensive. I was looking at those prices. I was like, oh, goodness. So I said, I may have to wait till after Christmas to buy any type of home decors for Halloween and Christmas, But right now, just to buy anything is pretty pricey. But, it was pretty nice little things. Who else is in here? 3 of y'all in here. Come on, give me the 3 thumbs up, 3 likes. Then on my way home, I went to the Amazon facility because I wanted to speak to someone at HR, but they said I would just come in tomorrow. They'll activate my badge to start tomorrow. So basically, pretty much, Thursdays they have like new hires. And she said, oh, come 30 minutes early because there'll be a long line of people being processed in. And I said, I ain't going to come that early because, see, you come early like that, they're not going to scan my badge when I get there. They're going to pretty much log me in that start at 6. So now, because like I was telling y'all that the training at the generation, it ends at 7 o'clock, but I don't think they're going to end at 7. I think it's going to probably end early tomorrow as well. I don't see them, being all the way up until 7 o'clock. There's not a whole lot. So I think they may be ending like 5 o'clock tomorrow as well. If they do, then that's fine. But literally, I had clocked it. From the time I left Amazon to go to my house, it was 5 minutes. 5 minutes away. And that was pretty good. Now, that's if there's no traffic, because sometimes, coming out this street, sometimes it'll be backed up because there's so many houses around here. And people getting on 78 and stuff like that to go to work, and school buses. So it may be traffic, coming out of the subdivisions, because it's not just this subdivision, but other places. So, but at the same time, I don't think it shouldn't be too bad because I had to log in at 6 and 5 o'clock. there shouldn't be too much traffic. But I'm not gonna leave my house 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get to work. I'm gonna leave. Of course, I'll leave probably like 5:30 ish or so because that parking lot is huge, and ain't no telling how far from the building I would have to walk to. But it's not, So I'll gauge it. I would truly gauge it. So, oh goodness, it is cold today. It is chilly. Hold on, y'all. Go ahead and say hey, hi. I don't know who's in the room. I see three of y'all and one thumbs up. So go ahead and give me the thumbs. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Hey, where's the other thumbs ups? And who's in here? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Ooh. So, yep, that's pretty much it. If there's no traffic and nothing, it's 5 minutes to get to work. From the time I left the parking lot till I got into my house, well, that's a good thing. So I figured, I could leave at least me. I don't know. I'll have to see. I could probably leave like 30 minutes. Leave my house 5:30, drive up there. Um, of course, you can log on from your phone with a time sheet. So if I'm as long as I'm as long as I'm outside the building, I could just clock in. You could clock in 5 minutes earlier. So, and I still don't know what it looks like. I went inside, but I didn't go all the way inside the building. I just made it to inside the door where, you have to badge in. So I was only able to talk to the guard, and she basically looked up my badge, and it says it's going to be activated tomorrow. Since I start on Thursdays. So when I come in tomorrow, basically I'll be coming in there with a whole bunch of other people. I guess the new hires or people who transferred over. So I guess, I don't just start working right away. I guess it's gonna go over um, the preliminaries and all these other things. I guess hopefully they'll give you a tour, rather than just saying, okay, just come on in and they do a little, blah blah blah. And I know when you come in, ooh, when you're a new hire, you don't it is the first few hours, I would say, of your time or your shift, you looking at various different videos and things of that nature. But I don't know if I know I probably won't be going over those type of things, but I'm quite sure there are things they're going to discuss before you start. So I don't know what team I'll be on. I don't know. Well, I do know the team. I know the manager's name, but I don't know. We'll see. So hopefully, being in a new building tomorrow and things of that nature, um, I doubt that they just throw you into work. It's not like I don't know what floor I'm gonna go on. I don't know, how things are set up. Nothing of the sort. So, but when I was talking to the instructor, I told him I work Thursdays and Fridays. I have to work. I start from 6 o'clock. But if the class ends at 7, then I'm gonna have to, notify Amazon that I'm taking a class, and if they could slightly adjust my schedule for going to school, because technically I am in school, and I know they had some kind of um, like if you was going to school or something, they could change your schedule to accommodate if you're going to school at Amazon. So I'm gonna have to discuss that with whomever's there. Hopefully they won't be so foolish because I heard that their place is so. I heard that Stone Mountain could be a little bit, extra. So hopefully they won't be like that, and it won't be as what people, was saying about disorganization. So I'm not gonna worry about it. All I could do is go there, see, tell them what it is, and if I have to use unpaid time off just to so I don't miss anything because they have a very I won't say strict attendance, but it's a certain percentage that you have to be able to attend. So basically, I'll be there, 90 something percent of the time. So they said it won't be no problem. I just have to let them know. So Thursday and Friday may be the only thing that may, those 2 days. Otherwise, um, I'm just going to continue with the program as scheduled. And since I could, since you in Zoom, I could probably just be in the Zoom and just go on to work, be in the Zoom. And then when I get, I schedule at 6, clock in at 6, try to stay logged on to that time and use maybe like 45 minutes of PT unpaid time off. I'll have it worked out. It ain't gonna, even if I have to come there and be late or whatever the case may be, or say I need you know some time to I finish, because even if I was to say, okay, I have to, 6:50, you know I gotta go or whatever, I couldn't be logged on. I don't think that 10 minutes or whatever is gonna make a difference. So it ain't gonna make too much difference. And I'm just gonna hang in there long enough, and because I'm gonna complete these 15 weeks. I'm gonna complete these 15 weeks, and of course, there's gonna be homework assignments that's gonna be need to be done, and we do have a fall break. We have a fall break and we have a winter break. Just like any other school where you go, you have like a week off. So that week of November, I wrote the dates down. November 22nd to the 26th, we have a break, so I could reschedule my colonoscopy that week. So I didn't even call the office to cancel it. I guess they figured, if I didn't show up, then I didn't show up. So whatever. Besides, I had to fill out the paperwork before I showed up. Some paperwork had to be completed before I attended my colonoscopy if I was to attend today. And since I didn't fill out the paperwork, you got to fill out some things first. You just can't, show up and don't complete what they wanted you to complete. So I'm just going to reschedule the colonoscopy somewhere around November 22nd. On that week, I'm going to schedule it then. So I'm going to call tomorrow morning and reschedule during that week when I'm off. At least I'm not taking any classes. And then I would accumulate more PTO time, hours, and volunteer unpaid time off. They give you 20 hours a quarter. The new quarter, which is in October 1st, I would get 20 extra hours of unpaid time. Now, when I was filling out and did that, I had took the second COVID shot, I saw that I had 16 hours total, So I don't know where that came from, but I said, okay, whatever. If they gave me 8 more hours because of that, then that's fine and dandy. I'll take it. Hey, who's in the room? Go ahead and say hey, say hi. Y'all not saying nothing in the chat today. What's going on? I didn't turn off the chat, did I? If I didn't turn off the chat, try to type something in. Let me type something in the chat and someone respond to me because I need to. Because I know at least 2 of y'all be working. What? You really Blue True? You just gonna abandon just to watch The Masked Singer? You can watch that on YouTube. You probably could watch that on YouTube or the replay. All right, that's okay. You have a good night. I won't be able to see y'all until, let me see. I won't see y'all till next week, Sunday. And it may not be Sunday because it'll be Sunday evening. All right. Have a good night, Blue True. I ain't going to be out here long anyway. Sally, you in here? I know you probably driving. We probably on your way home. Driving. Shelly Shell, Dorian, Erica. I'm going to have to call you tomorrow, Erica. I ain't spoken to you for a little bit. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give you an update in terms of how my first day with Generation, which is the orientation. Tomorrow's the second day of orientation. And, we just go over things with the program. So tomorrow they're going to be talking about the career services and what they provide and what they'll be doing, because during the program, you'll be working with a career coach and they'll be working with, helping you build your resume, your LinkedIn profile, interviewing and things of that nature. So that's pretty good. They're really serious about placing people in these different jobs and things of that nature. So that's a good thing. And other opportunities. So that's tomorrow's agenda that we'll be doing tomorrow. And And like I said, it's like tomorrow, Amazon, 5 minutes from the time I leave my house to the time I get to the parking lot is 5 minutes away. So only thing I gotta, only thing I gotta be concerned about is make sure I don't get into I don't there's no traffic leaving out this apartment complex. But since it's the evening time, um, and people are coming home during that, rush hour. But traffic should be when people are coming home. But other than that, I think they should be finished with that little construction they're doing. No, they're not even nowhere close to being finished. Well, put it this way: it's right around the corner. When I say around the corner, I'm not talking about city corners. There's a difference when you're in the suburbs and the country. When you say around the corner, you know, it's not like New York where you could, stand on the sidewalk, you literally walking around a corner. It's not that. Not that. But it's probably a good, like I said, 2 miles. If it's I don't even think it's 2 miles. I want to say it's more like a mile, maybe, maybe a mile and a half, give or take or less. But it's 5 minutes. I even clocked it. I said, let me see how far it is from my house to this Amazon. And it was 5 minutes. So that's a good thing. Surely it's better than driving an hour in 10 minutes. And the only reason why it's an hour in 10, 15 minutes when I was in Brazelton or Jefferson County was because I was taking the back way and driving that Corolla. It's not like I don't be speeding. I don't be driving fast. So, but I didn't mind driving out there to Brazelton, but it's nice to be 5 minutes away with no traffic or no kind of road construction because they are doing something up the street. I don't know what they're doing. So, other than that, um, it was pretty good today. You see how my hair came out? I had that plastic cap last night. I deep conditioned it, so when I got up this morning, I shampooed my hair. Not shampoo, I washed it out. That deep condition, so it looks a little bit more. It don't look as dry like it was looking before when I was coming on here, and I had put that coconut oil and that Jamaican castor oil, this right here, and rubbed it in my hair, and it feels it's more softer. It's not as shiny like it was, but it sure look a whole lot better than it was when I know I was coming on here. It was looking dry. But see how my hair pattern look, the curly pattern. The only thing I need is a like a spritzer, like something more like an oil to make it real, to revitalize the curls a little bit. But it's getting there. So this is my natural curly hair. And then you see it's starting to grow back. So hopefully by the end of the year, beginning of next year, my hair should be a little bit more longer as it grows. Because I wanted to grow back. And then when my hair is grown back and it's pressed, it'll be literally down to here. It'll be literally down to here, down my back if I press it out. But I'm not trying to do all that hot pressing because sometimes you don't want to put a whole bunch of heat in your hair all the time and pressing it out because you could really damage your hair. So I don't really do all that. Like, some people they be wanting that bone straight hair. Sometimes those hot irons and hot curlers and stuff could really burn out your hair. That's why you see some women ain't got no edges. All they bald and got nothing, You see, I got edges, right? See, I got edges and I'm planning on keeping my edges. That's when your hair, when you get older, your hair tends to, your hair changes its pattern. So I'm not trying to burn it out or nothing of the sort. Uh, Anywho's, there's 4 of y'all in the room. Sally, you still driving? No, I know you listening, so you ain't gonna type. Don't type nothing because you're probably driving. So I'm tired. Oh well, I ain't got much to say. Not tonight. So let me see. Tomorrow work. Friday work. Saturday work. I'm gonna try to change up my time when I come on here on YouTube. 24-hour live stream. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do no 24-hour live stream because for me to do live stream, I have to literally be sitting in this chair and it is not comfortable. I don't even have, this is not even a chair that I should be sitting in for any long length of time. This is just because the other chair is in the other room and I didn't feel like pushing that aside and putting it here. And Jermaine did a 12-hour live. Jermaine Ellis. I know you listen to Jermaine Ellis, Sally. Yeah, but Jermaine Ellis also got how many subscribers? He's also monetized and got a whole lot of subscribers too. So he can't do no traveling anymore. You know how he used to go all over the world and travel all over the place. And I don't think he does any of those apps anymore. Like I don't think he does all those apps like he used to. At least I haven't seen him do anything within the last 2 years. Like he used to do on the skateboard, Uber Eats, and he would rent a car to do Uber. And what was he? He did a lot of apps. I think he's done them all at one point, but you don't see him do those apps anymore. He has a girlfriend now, so he's not traveling. You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. He he. I don't know. I don't know about him. I don't know about that. I mean, I know he said he has a girlfriend, but I don't. He said that the last time about some chick, not the one that was from Brazil, not Brazil, not the one that lived in that other foreign country. Um, she was from another country, and then he was saying that was his girlfriend, and then she ended up went back to whatever country she was from. And I think I know he let it slip. I think she probably had a boyfriend, and I don't know. And then it was this other, I think it was somebody else. He was saying, "Oh, this is my girlfriend," and Vanessa. Yep. But I thought it was somebody else after Vanessa that he was saying, he was seeing or something. I don't know. It was somebody else that I think he was talking about one time. Besides, that was kind of quick. It wasn't even like he known the person for a long. You have to know someone for a long time, but mm, I don't know. It's something about him that just it's something about him. I'm not trying to say he's gay or in the closet or on the DL or something, but he kind of gives me that vibe at times. And I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with that, but it's something about Jermaine that just that's kind of yeah. She seems nice. Everybody seems nice. Everybody seems nice, but we don't. I don't. Ain't about being nice. Anybody could be nice. I could be friends with someone that says, "Oh, she's nice," and be nice, but I just think, yeah, his hair and the way I don't know. He seems like one of those guys who's like thirsty. I don't know what it is with these men. They be falling. They just like, oh, I gotta get a girlfriend. I'm not, and then they it's like they seem more too like how women would act, all broken and stuff, and like, oh, I need a man. Oh, yeah. But these men now, they just seem to be plumb foolish. Oh, I love you, and what, like they thirsty. He come off a little bit thirsty to me, wanting to be with a girl. Rather than trying to really be by yourself and love yourself. He just seems like someone who's clingy, like, oh, I love you, oh, I want to be with you, I love you, like you can't breathe, and I think he comes off like that, real clingy, and I'm quite sure he's probably like that. Oh, this is my girlfriend, because she ain't never been on the video. I ain't never seen her on the video. They never be like, oh, this is my dude. If no, I don't see that. If he was on YouTube and he does YouTube and stuff, you would be like, oh, this is my boyfriend. This is, you, but I don't see it. Man, that was that damn stupid ass Tyson. Still Tyson. You come up in psychopath. Plum psychopath. Probably, I know people saying they didn't believe that was the picture of him and stuff, but he probably, and I was trying to give people the benefit of the doubt because it didn't look like one of those post pictures, but it probably wasn't even him in that picture. And so, but I want someone to love me because we're not what I look like. I said, let's talk on the chat in the video, and then you go, well, you don't trust me. No, nope, something crazy. He probably and I'm gonna tell y'all. I never told y'all this, but when I did talk to him on the phone, spoke to him on the phone, he didn't come off real clear on the phone. Like he sounded like real like he sounded like he was some old like I didn't say nothing. I didn't say, well, I can't understand what you're saying. He didn't sound someone who's I don't know. It was something. He must like you because he would have moved. No, I won't say he liked me. I just think he was playing crazy. And I thought I had a little, even though it may not seem like that when I was on the video, when I was on YouTube, but in my mind, as I was, because I didn't really want to come up and, say everything on, because sometimes people, you don't know where people's mind is. But I had my reservations, put it that way. I had this little feeling in my mind that was kind of like, no, because it's not like you don't know where I live, you can't, it ain't like somebody gonna show up in my front door, ain't nobody, he didn't live in Georgia, he didn't live in the same city, he didn't live, and I wouldn't have been so quick. I wouldn't have been like, oh, let me go and meet you. I would not have gone somewhere. So, oh, okay, let me go make a reservation and let me go meet you. So, nope, you ain't gonna get me and find me. Then it's about, oh, this person on YouTube is missing. And then y'all be all call the FBI and says, well, and have my videos all deleted, they have me as one of those victims being kidnapped and killed. I would not have gone that far to meet him anywhere. Even if I said, okay, I'm going to Maryland, because I would have told Shelly Shell, I would have told Dorian, they lived in DMV. I would have told everybody, okay, this is my number, and y'all don't hear from me. This is this. I wouldn't have met him nowhere. I would have not have gone to Maryland to visit him. And if I did go, if I was silly, if I was to do that, I would have, first of all, I would have gone to a public hotel. I would have said, I'll take a Uber and go to a public place, and I'll take myself back to the hotel, drove myself with an Uber to the back to the airport or whatever. We would have to be in a public place. I wouldn't say, nope, don't pick me up nowhere. I mean, I'm not getting in nobody's car. Even if I would have done none of that. You would have to meet me. I said, where would you want me to go? And I would took an Uber to the public place. We would have been in the public, where public. And then I would have left on my own. Not say where I live, not say what hotel. I'm saying I'm staying at such and such hotel. You can come by to my hotel. Nope, none of that. But like I said, when you show me a red flag, when I'm simply saying, oh, let's chat, let's talk face to face, and you go off like that. You don't trust me. You need to date your subscribers and did it. Nope, nope. I admit when I was wrong for showing the picture, but when just the chat on a video conference thing, Zoom or something, and you go off like that, nope. That means you got something, you ain't telling the truth. You ain't say who you are, and you probably, nope, I ain't got time for that. It's been too many things that I've been hearing about on the social media, like that one girl, not the one that got killed with the fiance, not him, but the one with the van life. She was traveling with him, even though she knew him for like 2 years. She said they knew each other 2 years or something. But when that story unfolded and they found her body up there in Wyoming, and people were saying how they saw them on the road and he was slapping her around in the van, and she knew him for what, 2 years? She said they knew for each other for 2 years. I don't even know if that's true. And she was on social media and all, on YouTube and stuff, and next thing you know, her channel got deleted. Not channel, but the videos that were made were deleted. He probably did that. That's why they took the computer and all the other things at the parents' house. And now they looking for him. But he missing. He ain't missing. He ran off somewhere. And if they don't find him, if he didn't go to Mexico or go to some, you're a Mrs. D Nuts. D Nuts, don't let me call you out your real name now, Delante. Oh no. It's too many. It's too many. It's too many things. I don't know what is wrong with. I don't know what's wrong with these men. I ain't gonna say men. I don't know what's wrong with these guys today. They get a little bit thirsty, and even the songs. I be listening to certain songs and stuff, and they're like, "He might ride and die." Oh, even some of the lyrics is kind of crazy. These nuts, what's that? Are you sticking your tongue at me? Is that what you're doing? I ain't never seen that emoji. I don't know what that emoji mean. Let me see if I hover it and see what it tells me. I ain't say you were thirsty. I said most of these men or guys these days are coming off thirsty. It's like they even here in Atlanta, certain, these recent women were getting killed in Atlanta by these men. And people, the family members like, well, he was kind of crazy, or I should have warned her about him. I was something about him. People got anger issues and all kind of stuff. How you gonna sit up there and just insult me? Going, you fat, then you coming on here. You still love me, man? That's thirsty. I don't even know that's thirsty. I don't even use. I don't even think that's beyond thirsty. Hmm. Trust me, I could have had a whole other bunch of words, but I ain't want to talk. He ain't gonna be no topic on today. I was just going on about really about Jermaine Ellison stuff, and I was like, he's like, I got a girlfriend, and then then a couple months later, another video's made about, well, she went on and stuff, but well, it ain't like your name is that unique. And didn't you say you was gonna call me? You didn't even call. These nuts. Hmm. I like your name. When you told me that, I was like, oh, see, look at there. Shoot, I tell y'all my government name. Unless y'all got a channel, y'all know me more than anything else. Y'all see my picture, you see what I look like. Shoot, I ain't read nothing else. Did you? Well, let me go back and read it more because I ain't read anything else beyond that. I didn't see anything. Hmm. Okay, I just read your message. No, he can't help it. Oh, I'm gonna have to manage my hours on being on here, y'all, because I need to be nice and rested. So tomorrow it starts at 11. Well, I have a couple of hours in the morning. I don't have to rush too much, but I do have to make sure I make it at that Amazon tomorrow at 6 o'clock at least. I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do for those Thursdays and Fridays because if it ends at 7 o'clock, I gotta take some of my personal time from now until whenever because I can't let it go below a certain number of hours. So, and I did not even make my spaghetti either. I was doing new things, survey assignments. I didn't even make my spaghetti, and I had the ground beef all ready. So I think I might have to cook it tomorrow when I'm at doing my lunch because what they give us an hour lunch. It's even though it's like a training program, the training, it's more like a work type of situation. How they got it set up, but that is that you're not getting paid though. What did I have for dinner? I ain't gonna tell y'all because y'all gonna be fussing and arguing. I had a cheeseburger, put it that way. I had a plain cheeseburger. And I had some fries. I don't even know why I bought the fries. I ended up throwing the thing in the garbage. After all that, I ended up eating a little bit of the fries and threw out the rest. So I had a cheeseburger, nothing on it, no mayo, no ketchup. covered your face like that? And it ain't like it was a it wasn't like it was a thick cheeseburger. It was so they Five Guys, the way they press down that meat, it's like so thin. And I had lettuce, tomato, and onion with no mayo, no ketchup, no nothing. And then for dinner, well, not dinner. Then for I didn't eat no, I didn't cook no breakfast. I think later. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I think later on when I did eat lunch, it was salmon and grits. Other than that, that was it. That's all I ate. Now, what is this emoji supposed to be? One said looks sad in the face. One looks angry. What's that emoji means? Sally and these nuts. But what did y'all have to dinner? Because y'all frown about my dinner, but what did y'all eat for dinner? That's the question. Oh, you wanted to see my spaghetti? I would have hooked it up, trust me. But oh well. Matter of fact, I had a turkey sandwich. Well, oh, I could have sneezed. Well, I ain't had no bread, so I did have bread. I had white bread, but I didn't want to eat any bread. Thank you. I gotta sneeze again. Thank you. Good, sheesh. Oh, it's so chilly today. Burger and fries got me sneezing. Really. Well, at least big the Five Guys burgers, their meat, they say they don't have no additives and no fillers in their burgers. But look at it. Oh, goodness, oh goodness. But that Amazon facility, I still didn't see what inside of it looked like. I only saw the guard section and And all I saw was all these boxes coming down this conveyor belt. I was like, good grief. I said, they must be really, really be one of those busy facilities. Everything must keep running. That's all I know. The show must keep going. And all those cars, it was like every single car in that parking lot. It was like I didn't see nobody was leaving to go home. I was like, well, dog. Well, I wouldn't have seen no one going home because when I drove over there, it was around 9ish. So that means people came to work either between 5:30, 6:37. So I said, if this parking lot is filled like this, I can imagine how many people they got working. And I'm just so curious to see what that break room. They got a break room on every floor. They said, and I can imagine if people go to lunch at a certain time, how you got to wait for you know, see how the microwaves are and heat up your food and distance. So I may have to, I may have to bring more like a sandwich and something that don't require me to go to the microwave to heat up food. Well, I live 5 minutes away, but I'm not going to leave to go home to come back. That's for sure. But I guess I gotta think about how, um, yeah, I've been drinking water. You didn't just saw me drink water a few minutes ago. Oh, get this out. You give me some brand new fresh water. That water is too hot. So I'm gonna have to bring me some more like snacks, like nuts and portable type of snacks like fruit. And while I'm there, versus, good thing is when I get off in the morning to go home and get home in 5 minutes, I don't have to. I most definitely don't need to stop by no McDonald's to get breakfast. I could just be home and make me a breakfast and lay down. So, yep, I get to lay down. Now let me see if I work Thursday and then Friday morning, and then my class thing starts at 11. That means I would have to take a real quick nap and then get back up again. I didn't realize that. 6:30, be there 11 to 7. It may be a time where I may not get as much adequate sleep between on a Friday, but of course Saturday, yeah, it just be one of those days in the week. But like I said, I'm just gonna prioritize my time because I'm quite sure there's gonna be a lot of practice that I would like to do and review my work and information. All right, I ain't gonna stay here long. Oops, 1 hour I've been on here. Did y'all see my videos I made with the Halloween Christmas stuff that was up that was all put up at Lowe's today? I went to do my assignments at survey. They had Halloween and Christmas stuff up. I was like, good grief. Did y'all see that brief 3-minute video I made when I was in the store? I said that was just major confusion. And all those stuff looks so expensive. Even the Halloween stuff I was like, good grief. I said, that's ridiculous. I said, I wonder if they're gonna even have markdowns on those things when Halloween ends, like after Halloween or right before Halloween ends, They have major markdowns. I don't remember seeing markdowns, major markdowns on stuff. Even for the gardening, you know, since everybody doing the fall gardening, well, the reason they doing it early is because they were saying that there may be shortages of Christmas items and Christmas toys and things like that. Oh, they ain't trying to shop early to make the money. They putting those stuff out because that's what they had available, and they pushing that stuff out because there may be some shipping delays on items. So whatever they had available or whatever the case, they pushing them out. And I think that all the stuff they got out, all the stuff they got out now, I guess they figure people will buy it sooner than waiting when they don't have it anymore. Because all that stuff, all those things they had out and things like that. I think I guess they figured either it will go up in price or keep going up, and people are going to be thinking, just like groceries and food. People are buying things now because they anticipate the prices going up, so they figure, okay, we're gonna put the Christmas stuff up, so people gonna will go out and shop because when Christmas come, but these last few Christmases, retail has not been that good for Christmas. They aren't making the money on Christmas like they used to, like they did years ago. People, when Christmas came, they made a lot of these retail stores was making money. But now for the last several few years, I don't say several, but the last few years, the sales hasn't been all that great. So I guess they figured, well, we'll start early and see what happens. Just like when I worked at Wayfair, they was even then last year they probably won't. I don't think they will make any money this year. People ain't got money like that. People are not spending money like that, you know. So I guess they figured we'll start off real early because that way they can anticipate the slowdown. So, and I think that's what they're doing. They're not gonna have any more. They're not gonna have any more shipment of Christmas trees and Christmas stuff. So all the things they got that they had from last year that didn't sell, they didn't. I guess they didn't mark them down. They didn't try to mark them down to the point where they were getting rid of them. So, because I don't remember no markdowns like they used to have. Like one time I go to Big Lots, and Big Lots they will have like 75% off, 85% off Christmas trees and Christmas boxes and things of Christmas. It used to be marked down. Like at Walmart, it'd be almost 90% off. I remember I could buy a bunch of Christmas cards for 2 cents, and it would be marked down so low, and you could buy those Christmas ornaments. It was so inexpensive. I still got some Christmas ornaments in my closet, matter of fact, and it was some real nice ones too. And I bought them a few years ago, several years ago. I think when I first moved here, it was, yeah, it sure was. I still have them all. It was nice, real nice ones. And I don't think I never used them. I said, "Ooh, this is on sale." It was on Big Lots, and it was real inexpensive. And I had bought a bunch of them. I said, "Ooh, I could buy." I bought a Christmas tree, but it wasn't. It was supposed to be pre-lit. And when I took it out the box, I didn't really like it. I said, "Man, this Christmas tree look." But shoot, I'm gonna make it work this time. If I still do, I even got that Christmas tree in the closet. Well, if I have it up, I'm gonna put it up. But those lights and stuff looked all detangled and stuff when I bought it. But that was a few years ago, and it was marked down so low. I just, I think I walked out there and spent less than $10, but I don't think it's going to happen again this year. Markdowns and you know 80% off or whatever. They have them out. That's it, and that will be it. So they've been trying to tell people buy your Christmas, buy the Christmas toys now for the kids, and save and put it up in the attic somewhere, and buy Christmas stuff now, because come Christmas is either they not gonna have hardly in stock with shipment and things, or it's gonna be they're not gonna be making them as much, especially if it's coming out of China and all these other countries. So even the real Christmas trees, they have to go as far as Canada to cut down those trees and sell them. But with all the wildfires and stuff, because either one is going to be wildfires and issues with the trees, or it's going to be shipment issues of those artificial trees being shipped. Even when I worked at Wayfair, they was like people wanted to get this Christmas tree, and we had to tell them it was delayed in shipping, and the manufacturer wasn't manufacturing anymore, and it was coming. I had to explain to people. I said, "Man, things are being made in China, and then it comes from this. It goes to the supplier that sells it in the United States, and if they don't have the items, manufactured in China where they get it from, and they put a shipment in, they're not gonna have a shipment. People be getting all bent out of shape over trivial stuff. I said Christmas ain't nothing about um, commercializing and spending money like that people don't even have. People about, I ain't got no money, but then you buying $600, whatever. Don't make no sense. Don't make no dang sense. The main people ain't got no money. Be the main one trying to spend everything up like they gone out of style. That don't make no sense to me. That makes no sense. You complain about being broke, then you still talking about my child. They need to get the PlayStation something or the game chairs, and you know I ain't got no money. Those kids will truly understand. No, it's you the one who you know that looking to get it. If the child did not expect to get whatever they want for Christmas, that's you. Just like buying fireworks when they probably didn't pay their rent. Exactly. You go up there worrying about trivial, stupid stuff, and they ain't pay no rent. And then they got, ain't pay no rent since March of last year. Mm-mm. I've heard, oh, goodness gracious. I used to come across that a lot. January 1st come, people already trying to file tax returns with a last pay stub. And I said, no, the IRS ain't processing no tax returns until February the 16th. It's not even open for tax. And people be running to the places to get their taxes done, to get their no, it was nothing more than a loan. Yeah, I need to pay for Christmas. Oh, I used to hear that when I was at the IRS. People be like, I was like, what are you talking about? Our systems are not even updated yet to even process any type of return, and they be ooh. See, now a lot of these places don't give out those anticipation loans, because that's what it was. It was a loan. You know, they put a big stop to that. Ooh, every time between December, right after Christmas, and January, people be they be looking for money. Don't be looking for no money. And I'm gonna start doing my tax series videos again. People are dumb. They dumb. They gotta make no sense. And ain't gonna be some hurt people, because that advanced child tax credit they gave out for these 4 months, when people was getting that 3,000 per child and whatever, they gave it out in advance. I said, don't y'all know that you already got you already got that money in advance, and some people may owe taxes. They're gonna owe. Because if they give you more of that child tax credit in advance for these last 4 months, next year when you file the tax, when you do your tax return, if your income level was above the amount of that child tax credit, you may come up with a balance owed. That's going to be a doozy. I think that's why they need to hire. That's why they're going to be hiring a whole bunch of people at TurboTax and next year come, because a lot of people going to be calling in. I don't understand why. I don't know why. You know why. You know. I'm going to start talking about that in a minute. Not on this session today, but I'm going to talk about it on my next channel. So go up there and look at TPS Tax Service, my other channel, and I'm going to start doing some videos about that. And I'm going to do my vlog again. I'm going to write about it. I'm doing my research, and I'm going to write what that really means to people. You know, the Biden tax, about, increasing tax on the rich. That was a big, that was a talking point they're trying to talk about, but they ain't really telling the whole story on that. They talk about we're going to tax if capital gains tax. If you made 400,000 and more, you're going to get taxed higher. Da da da. Trust me, they ain't the only ones that's affected. They just, you have to understand. And I'm not favoring Democrat or Republican. I'm speaking on overall. When you're a Democrat, and you talk about tax increases and stuff, you're always going to mention we're going to increase the tax on the rich. But if Republicans in office and they speak on it, their talking point is we're going to they don't say about taxing the rich. We're going to talk about tax cuts. They speak more of tax cuts and stuff like that. But in actuality, the ones who really get taxed and paying is not the poor, because the poor get these tax credits and stuff too. People don't always talk about the poor, but the middle is the one that's paying the majority of taxes. They're the ones who get hit the hardest, the middle. And the middle is shrinking real fast. It's shrinking. So you better off being either poor or rich, because in those two categories, you ain't worried about paying no taxes. You got the breaks. See, a lot of people ain't talk about the poor. People think, they poor. We poor. They should get all this money for 10 billion kids. And it's about the children. And they ain't nobody care about no damn children. Ain't nobody care about no damn kids when it comes to taxes and money. Because, one, nobody should tell you to have all those kids that you can't provide. And two, most of the time when people get all that money through taxes, it ain't going nothing towards no kids. I don't know why they act like, I need all that money. No, you ain't paying all that money on your kids. I'm sorry. Kids need food and clothes and things like that. But in actuality, you ain't paying all that money you getting ain't going towards kids. Kids grow up, kids grow. You don't spend expensive things on growing children. You just make sure they are fed well, and you don't have to buy expensive children clothes for something they're gonna grow out of in a couple of months. You get hand-me-downs and things like that. Ain't nothing wrong with hand-me-downs. I remember growing up as a child. I don't think we always got brand new clothes. I wouldn't think we got brand new clothes when you were growing up, especially as when you're younger. When you're younger, people buy, people initially buy baby clothes. When people have a child, they buy Pampers and those little onesies. But they don't buy a whole bunch of outfits for children, a whole wardrobe for kids, for a baby that's going to outgrow it in a couple months. They buy a couple, they buy special things like, Oh, a baby christening dress and, a little outfit here and there. But to buy, you know, a whole bunch of things, and then what they do with that clothes? Some people either pass it along to other people in the family that may have a little girl, little boy. Some people may pass it along to someone, or maybe they donate it to, not Goodwill, but, donate them or whatever the case may be. But if you were looking to save money, buy clothes for kids, younger kids, you don't need to be buying no Jordans and expensive, really expensive things. No, just go to, ain't nothing wrong with going to thrift stores and looking for things like that. You buy those things, wash them, and then you pass it along to the next people who may need it. You know, it don't take a whole, it don't take a whole lot of money. People, all this money, oh, we got money for the kids. 3, 4 thousand per child, really, every month for 4 months, tens of thousands of dollars. No, you need for the kids, yes. Pay for the housing, pay for food, pay electricity bill, pay your basic needs for the household. But come on, they came up with that bit. They came up with that tax credit and stuff. 3,000 per child, 2,800 per child. People got 5 kids, and you got 2,800, 3,000 per child under a certain age. I was like 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's say you have 4 kids, 12,000, and that's not. And we're not even talking about the total tax refund that you may get, and the food stamps, and the all the other things that people are getting. Come on now, $12,000 for 4 months, and let's not even let's say it was 6,000. Not even say 12. Let's say it was 2 kids, 6,000. $24,000 in child tax credits, advanced tax credits, not including food stamps, not including all the other things that people may get. But then you say you're poor. Mm-mm. And I ain't being a hater either. I mean, say, yeah, if you had kids, you would get the same thing. Yeah, but if I had a well-paying career and I was making over a certain amount, I probably wouldn't even get it. Regardless how many kids you got. See, at some point or another, you have to trade for dollars for dollars for cents and money and time. You know, if you had a well-paying position of a certain dollar amount and you happen to have children, you may have enough money to pay the child care or whatever the case may be. But sometimes you can't keep staying on Section 8 housing and staying on, this certain level of poverty and choose to stay that way. Some people choose to stay that way. When I was helping that coworker of mine, that young girl, and it was like, and I told y'all she was staying with me for a couple of days because she had no place to live, and she was like, it was like her whole ambition was, I want to get Section 8 housing. I can't wait to be like Shabia. She got Section 8 housing. And I was like, that ain't no inspiration to be on Section 8 housing. Girl, you young. I had to argue and fuss with her. I said, you better think more bigger than that. She wanted to get on Section 8 housing, get food stamp. I mean, that was her ambition. I was like, you 20 something years old, your son living with your sister in California, you in Georgia tricking, gotta come to work with a black guy. What the hell what happened to you? I knew what was going on. Met some dude and they were tricking. She was tricking. Because people said that they saw her running across the street. One time she was supposed to be going to work and she running across the street with some dude and came out these bushes and stuff. I was like, y'all lying. I said, y'all stop that lying. Y'all lying on her like that. It's true, Miss Teresa. Yeah, she is Shabria. It's true. She did that and stuff. But Teresa, why don't you help her? I said, why do you think I could help her? You know, I'm not her sister. I'm not her mama. I'm not her aunt. But I turned around and helped her for 3 days because I felt sorry. But I don't even know what happened to that chick. After that, I don't know what happened to her. I know she got fired from Wipro. Remember I was telling you about that company, Wipro? The two girls started fighting in the break room and how ratchet it was. That company. Not the one that I left after that, because they was ratchet too. But phew, those people were a trip. But one girl, she wanted to, she was living in Section 8 housing, her son, and lived in downtown Atlanta. And I didn't know what happened to her. I spoke with her a couple of times, and I think it got to the point where, you know, how you have to go to certification for the Section 8 housing and stuff. Because after a while, she was working, but whatever she did, I don't know. I think she messed that up. I don't know. I haven't wasn't getting in contact with her, see what she was up to. Shoot. I said, man, y'all crazy. Y'all think someone gonna stay on Section 8 and be handing waiting for the handout for that stimulus? Not even I ain't talking about the grants and stuff. I'm talking about they will earn income credit and getting all that money all the time. Nah. Nope, no thank you. So this little tax year with the deficit and the debt ceiling that they were supposed to vote on, because that debt ceiling, whether they're going to increase it and continue on with this deficit. But this is the time of year that they start talking about a lot of changes in the tax code, and a lot of people ain't following up on the stories on what they doing. Only thing people hear, if because it's a Democrat president in office, is we taxing the rich. If you make 400,000 and more, your tax is gonna go up. But they're not gonna talk about what they're gonna do with the middle and the poor. See, they're only gonna talk about the rich because they're Democrat, and most people time as a Democrat, you focusing on more progressive agenda, you know, social programs and things for the poor. And but see, you always going to talk about we're going to tax the rich, but you ain't talking about what you're going to do with taxes when it comes to the middle and the poor. You know, it's only so much that people's going to give. It's only so much that people's just going to continue to um, with all these social programs. They already gave out 3 stimulus checks, and all this um, people not paying rent and people not going back to work. All these signs every day I pass by, not hiring, not hiring. Some companies even put up big ass billboards. I saw a big ass billboard, not hiring. Um, what was it? Um, what was it? Did I see $5,000 sign on bonus? I saw some big sign on bonus. I was like, what? And it was right around the matter of fact, it's right next to Amazon. There's another company. It's a manufacturing jobs. Sign on bonus. Now hiring. Had a big ass electric billboard right up on 78. I was seeing it. I looked. I said, isn't that the same company that's right next door to Amazon? It's at First Shift. I said, shoot. I said, when I go there tomorrow and I pass by, I'm gonna go online and see what kind of positions they talking about, because I'm curious. I was like, what? Because if it's manufacturing and they pay, whatever their manufacturing job is, I'm curious to see what it is and see what kind of position they got, because that's up the street too from my house, and it's not so obvious either. I mean, you see the big sign. I've seen it for months. Now hiring. Now I saw it. Now they migrated to the other billboards and put it out there. So I'm curious to see because sometimes some of these positions, I don't understand it. You know, whatever it is that that company does, it seemed like it was a well known. It wasn't like no small business either. So I don't know. It's like people either they're not looking forward to going back to work, or they thinking that they holding out. I don't know. I don't know what they holding out on. Or maybe they think maybe somebody convinced them, oh, you could be do gig work. You can make your own schedule. You ain't gotta follow nobody's rules. You ain't gotta follow nobody. No, I'm like, it's only so much. I mean, I understand the freedom and of making your own schedule at times and making your own money, but you can make a goal up until next year. You ain't never gonna make anything financial wise with these gig work. I mean, you could do multiple gigs, but you would never make anything substantial enough without having to work 12 hours a day just to make ends meet. 12 hours every day to work in a gig economy work job. That doesn't add up to me. It's not, it doesn't add up to me. You know, I mean, I work 3 days a week with 12 hours a day at Amazon, and we get paid weekly. By the time you take out the insurance, taxes, my check may be about 560 some dollars. I think that's what it is. Let me see. I haven't worked a full 3 weeks yet, so it may be about 550, 560, maybe 580, give or take. I don't know because now they tell us we have to make some changes to the health savings account because they changed the insurance enrollment period and it's going to increase if I don't make the change and stuff. So it ain't, 540, 550, 560 a week. That, you know, when I factor in what I get paid on a monthly basis, if it wasn't for the fact that I had money already um, in my checking account to offset the deficit, because it shows if I have a deficit. Um, of course, I do surveys, I do the other gig work that I do on the side, you know, because that's why I try to make at least a certain a minimum amount each month to add on to the monthly total. But um, I'm always left at a deficit. But it's a deficit in terms of my income versus my expenses. But because I have enough money to cover my expenses in my checking account, I'm not, at a negative in the checking account, you know? So when I go back to work with in TurboTax come December when I do the training, and then January come with the full training when I make my own schedule, and then I'll still will be working the survey assignments or even the other gig. It's not just survey, I do it's other companies I could do too. And I also, like I said, I have other assignments that I could do. VHO, pick up they starting to pick up some hours, and I'm gonna pick up um some of those blocks of time. I probably do it on a Sunday or whatever. Yeah, I probably do it on a Sunday or something like that. And then still do some things in the mornings on Saturdays with survey or some other stuff, depending on what I decide to do. Um, I do make the majority of my income, especially when I go back to Intuit TurboTax. I do work 2 jobs from January to April or May because I'm still planning on working Amazon and Intuit TurboTax. Now, with that program I'm taking, a generation that will be ending sometime, but almost the middle of January, and then of course I'll be working with the career counselors and really start looking for something in that junior development, junior web, Java web development. And I'll talk more about that program because we're not just learning Java, it's going to be a whole other slew of things. Front is full end, but I'll talk about that another day. So it's I'm just tired, I'm just tired. And I can't wait till I find something in that brand new career. Now I know it may take a minute to find something. They don't guarantee us a job or career rather, but at least it puts us in a position to go into something new that's especially in demand. So I just have to put myself and position myself in that way. Now that's one reason why I'm gonna stay at Amazon is because they do have those type of positions available too. Java programming and stuff. And Intuit TurboTax. Every company needs someone as a software developer. So by me working for those 2 companies and I'm already worked there, I could probably find a different position, totally work with either those 2 companies and find something within, you know? So, but anywho, it's been on here for an hour 32 minutes. It's past midnight. And so I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I can't talk to y'all tomorrow night. I'll see y'all Sunday. Y'all have a good night. So let me go. Talk to y'all later. Good night, Sally. Good night, D Nuts. Good night, Dorian. Blue True. You left me to watch The Masked Singer. So, anywho, talk to y'all later. I ain't see Colas on here, so I guess he left too. All right. Bye.